All right, good morning. We are live. Thursday, May 14th, halfway through the month, halfway through May. It's been a pretty slow month for me personally. The constant all-time highs, the trending market. Speaking of which, fresh all-time highs again this morning. I feel like we say that every day. We should probably just stop saying it. That's like saying water is wet at this point. So NASDAQ, fresh highs this morning. Actually, technically last night, fresh all-time highs being made there. Price has since pulled back into a new level of interest has developed here at 29,450. So I'm going to be watching two primary levels this morning. 29,450, the overnight low is right there as well. And then the prior day high, kind of the two areas that I'm focused on for this morning. If we see 450 fail to hold as support, I would expect price can trade pretty quickly into the weekly volume point of control as well as last week's high right here in the 29,400, 29,380 area. Right through here. And if buyers don't step in there, I'll be looking at the weekly open as a downside reference point, 29,294. But as of right now, 450 is my focus. So let's see. Let's see how that shakes out this morning. I don't think there's any 10 a.m. news or anything like that. Yeah, no 10 a.m. news. We did have retail sales this morning. We do have some Fed speak later today. So yeah, yep. That is the game plan. That is the GP. Let's see. 5-minute RTH yesterday. So yesterday, right after we closed the stream, yeah, price had given a couple other decent opportunities there at the prior day high. I'm pretty sure, if memory serves me correct, I took this one on stream, trailed out, I shut it down. Yet another nice hold right there. I actually like this one better personally. The reason I like this one better is because it was after price made a fresh high. But only caught that first one for a little scalp. Yesterday was slow day on my end. Slow. Okay. Got about 30 seconds till the open. Why did this just pop up? What is that? Do. Yeah, 5 seconds till the open. Let's see. Let's see what this open is looking like here. $29,490. ES is trading right near a prior day high. Kind of a below average volume open there. Prior day volume point of control, 475. Now second 500s, 510, 520. $525. And our prior day high is 565. So about 30, 35 points higher. Oh, Rich, good change of behavior there. That's good to see. That's a painful one being close to daily goal and then going red on the day. Yeah, I think that may be for me the most painful. All right, 29,550, just shy of pro day high here. Let's see that reaction. In a prior day high, as always, I need extension above, maybe into the 600s, and then a retest. Otherwise, if we reject here with volume point of control and VWAP, I'll look for maybe we'll get the overnight low spring. That is within my plan this morning. Pretty much nothing I can do here right off the open. No setup there, so maybe if I was on the 15-second chart, let's see what that looks like. No, even that would not have cut it. All right, here's prior day high. So let's see what we're working with. Yeah. No entry granted, just the orb. If you like the orb, there's definitely an orb there. Orby. I used to trade the orb quite frequently, but find that more often than not, it does not give you a nice tight entry because typically you have to risk the lows. That opening bar can be thick, can be wide. So then you got to drop size like crazy. Yeah, I dropped that one a couple years ago. When the data started to show it was kind of not my strongest, just let it fall off. Oh yeah, and stocks critique, yeah, that's a different story for sure. Equities, yeah, or you're doing options with equities, yeah. The orb can absolutely rip. I mean, it's definitely a strategy that works. I'm not saying it doesn't work. Just not my favorite. The one nice thing about the orb is you can be done super early. Like orb hits, like you take the orb today, you're you're basically done already. Ice maker orb retest much better. Yeah, then the question becomes with the orb is like which time frame. I know some traders do the 30-second opening range, some will do the 15-minute opening range. I used to do the 2-minute quite a lot. 5-minute is out there. We used to do the 5-minute like years and years and years ago in equities. So we have some good volume here. Prices up through prior day high. It's just been vertical. So 450 holds. There was not an entry down there. Now I'm waiting for a retracement into prior day high. Meanwhile, ES is coming up into overnight high. Yeah, ES is strong. $585s. So give me a little lower. NASDAQ volume is pretty good. It's above average. It's above average. Above average. Here's 575. 585. Don't you dare. Don't tell me. Don't tell me that's the pullback. Do not. NASDAQ. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? New hive day. NASDAQ. The conditioning is serious. I know there's some traders out there that haven't discovered the stream yet, that are just seeing these shallow pullbacks the past few weeks, and they're ooh, they're probably printing right now, I'll tell you that. And they're on top of the world. But the day of reckoning is coming. As it does. As it does to traders who think they have found a pot of gold. Do, 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 do. 15-minute orb stop turns super wide. Yeah, on the 15-minute? Heck yeah, man. That's huge. You're going to have a huge stop on the 15-minute. So NASDAQ fresh highs, 610, 615. $620s. Do, 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 do. Okay, so value area high is here. 635. Are you using Replicanto to trade 80 at once? No, I've never used that. I'm using Tradecopia. And right now we're at 31. 31 accounts, not 80. I'd like to get to 80. Actually, I'd like to get to 100. I think I expanded the goal a little bit. Right now, I'm trying out Funded Seat. I don't know if anyone has seen Funded Seat. And that's not an endorsement or anything. Need to see if they pay first. But their offer looks pretty nice. Look at this move. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Tradecopia. If you check out Tradecopia, use code Opinicus for some savings there. So now it's just shy overnight high. Be the last level I can work with if this price discovery is going to continue up through overnight high. Rumors around you have 80. I think because the live stream title is like road, what is it? Road to 80 or something? Road to copy trading 80 accounts. But right now, it's only 30, 31. 31. So we'll get there. We'll get there brick by brick. John, you still trade your burner? Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Not yesterday I didn't. There was nothing to really do yesterday for me. But yeah, that's still alive. This market for me has been a lot of chilling. A lot of sitting on hands. Right now, just looking at how price responds to overnight high. So same kind of setup that I would like to see. We discussed, the prior day high would be an extension above and then a retest. Pretty basic stuff. Which setup you waiting for? Either a break and retest at overnight high or a retest of prior day high. NQ had a good breakfast. Yeah, it opened with really good location directly on the level of interest. Right there at the 450. But for me, there was not a setup. It's either the orb or nothing. Orb skeet. I was hoping basically a little look beneath that overnight low. Like those spring trades. The spring, NASDAQ just marked a fresh high right there. Willing to engage that overnight high. I feel like in the past 5 minutes, I've said break and retest of overnight high or pull back and retest prior day high. So yeah, that would be an engagement at overnight high. Unless you mean short. In which case, no. No, sir. Even if I did short, I would not be shorting all-time highs. That is definitely not my trade. Rich. Uh-oh, fender bender right outside the window. Man, that's rough. You're headed to work. You're trying to get a quick little pre-work doom scroll session while you drive, and you just crash right into someone. Oh, man. What was crazy is they stopped in the middle of the road. They didn't even pull off. Oh, there's gonna be crazy traffic right here. Did I hear it? No, I got the noise canceling on. Frying my brain with a little EMF this morning. The noise canceling headphones. I don't hear anything but the music. All right, NQ pulling in a little bit here. Fresh all-time high was not marked. ES is pulling in a little bit as well. Brian, full chart setup is here at the link. NASDAQ above average volume for most of the morning here, so that is good. Wait for the entry. Wait for the setup. Chrissy GC. That does look nice. That does look nice, Mr. Chrissy. Yep. That's a beautiful spring right there on gold. Chrissy wants me to trade gold so bad. He wants me to strategy hop. Slamming the buy button with a brick. Oh, man. Oh, boy. All right, let's see. Let's see this 565 area. Uh, mm. See, this is a tough decision because that looks really good, but I want to put my risk like down beneath 560. It would be over 50 points. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I'll just wait. I'll just wait. If it goes well, I regret it. Maybe, but if it gets stopped, I'd probably be more pissed about that. So I'll just wait. I'll wait. All right. Good talk. Let's get a little lower here. A little bit lower. That always end up with you trying it, Chrissy? Yeah, at least you have the at least you have the little debate there rather than just the impulse. So that's good. That's good. Yeah, 564, 565. Let's throw the fib. I think someone said the 50 is right there already. Yeah, the 50's right there. The 50. Mm-hmm. Little consolidation here. Consolidation station. No data at 10. Is there? Is there data at 10? I don't think so. I think we're clear. Yeah, Rich, prior day high. Prior day high, but that's prior day high, then with the little buffer puts it like much lower, you know? There we go. Mm-hmm. 550. And this is why I did not take that earlier entry. If you caught the little self deliberation there. Now I need price above 565. So it's into the 61% fib, value area low. That looks better. Doesn't look amazing. It's still fairly wide here. But that was the setup I wanted. First peel. What's your risk per trade? It's variable. I don't have a fixed risk per trade. It's based on structure. Does even the 10-year traders talk things out? That's right, man. That's right. So I'll protect this. Let's see if we can get some immediate follow through. 620, little structure there, and then the rest can run. Wow, something smells so good. I don't know what the wife is making. Banana bread. I wish. What? Come on, 2 more points. Chrissy, can you buy some right now? Help me out. Chrissy. Oh, am I going to be robbed right here? Just get rob skied. Do, 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 do. That was, whoa, how shy was I right there? 6, 7, yeah, literally 2 points. 2 yoints. This looks like a trail. Looks like a trailer. Yeah, there's the trail. All right, we'll take the scalp. We will take the scalp. Darn, that third peel would have been helpful. Chrissy, I'll remember that, man. I know you didn't buy right there. Yeah, fractional share to your Roth. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. See a retest prior to AI. This could be a second entry. I really hate entering a trade like immediately after I trail. It's just for me personally, it's just poor form. Usually means some impulse decision, just based on my own history. But this is a retest here at prior day high. Let's just see how it builds. Oh wait. Ice Maker got the 5-minute orb, 60-point trade. Well done. Yeah, lock out, man. Lock out. I think yesterday you were saying too many trades, or maybe it was the day before. But just call it a day. Get used to the habit of doing less and making more. That's the goal, right? Fewer trades, more profits. Do, do, do. Andreas, nice. Very nice. I would say you need that 620 to break ASAP. Do, 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 do. There's a little consolidation here. The amount of cold outreach emails I get is honestly insane. Like, where it is my email address just out there on some list? How is this possible? Crypticon, maybe the fender bender is a pizza delivery guy. Man, you are way back in the stream. You got to click live. You're like 30 minutes back. Cold outreach, like someone just reaching out, pitching their product. You're not like, if you're not on their newsletter or whatever, you're not on their email list, you've never heard of them. Yeah, I think with AI now, there's probably a lot more email scrapers. So NQ rolling over a little bit more here. Let's see if this structure cracks. And then I'll be watching overnight low. See if this structure breaks right here. Anything else moving right now? Let's see. CL, not much action there. ES looks like a potential lower high at the overnight high. Russell near prior day high. Trade near prior day high. What else do we look at? Sometimes YM just consolidation. Weak open on YM, now consolidation. Okay. Josh, wonder if personal info gets bought and sold more than stocks? Probably, man. Probably. I just saw ChatGPT is getting sued for passing info off to Meta and Google. Things that surprise absolutely no one. But I saw that in the headlines this morning. So there's a little 2x RVOL blip. Let's see how this continues to build out right here near the prior day high. Bring that fib back. 61. Okay, and then the 78 down there near prior day close. All right, I'm most interested now in 450. Look at the wick on that 30-minute. Oh, this is the 1 hour. Excuse me. Oh, same on the 30. Look at that weekly. My goodness. 7 weeks in a row. Up, 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 up. Yeah, weekly is vertical. Halfway through May, let's see the monthly. Oh yeah. Yeah, that monthly. Wow. Oh, daily bar looks interesting. A little 3-day consolidation there. If this little look above fails, we may start to see a new range build, which would be delightful. Oops. That's if. Big if the lows are taken. As of right now, there's just a kind of a breakout from a little consolidation period. So buyers defending that intraday structure point as value area low. Yeah, session volume point of control through there. And then, of course, the prior day high. There hasn't been any spring setup today, Ice Maker. No spring setup. The trade I took this morning was more of a market structure based opportunity, price pulling back into my reference point. I just look for buyers to step in there and then join them for the push higher. Okay, NQ back into 610. Let's see how the 620s are going to be treated here. A little intraday resistance right through there. Post 10 a.m. really slowed down, huh? 615. Yeah, rejection right there at 620 again. There's some seller sitting right there. Do, 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 do. 5 minutes trying to resolve this little bit of barcode over the past 20 minutes or so. Volume tapering down. And ES has marked a new high on the day. Is that all-time highs for ES? Yes. Okay. ES all-time highs right now. The new high on the day up up above 7,500. 7,505. Wow. Wowzers. Okay, so NASDAQ, if we get the break of overnight high, I may have another entry. Oh, Andre, I would recommend putting the stop below the structure point there, the real invalidation level would be my recommendation on that one. Oh, looks like Rain Man already commented that. Hmm. Value area high. Let's bring that RTH profile into the mix. There it is. Okay. So session high is 684.5. And I want to see how price responds to that overnight high. Maybe we get an extension above and then a retest. Would be welcomed. Right now, we're just a little scalp on the morning. We're looking for that prior day high retest. I like to see more follow through. So just trailed it for just a little scalp, 20 points. Prior day high, regular session. Regular sesh. Pretty good volume so far this morning. Rejection there. Rejection. We're almost 1 hour in. How's everyone's morning? Anyone still riding the prior day high long? Break even, small green, cash 3 for 3, 1 for 1. Hit daily goal in one account. Nice. Green up the prior day high. Second entry, solid. Chris, are you still on GC, man? Tick charts or range charts? I've never used either of those, so I can't really comment on them. ES is back into overnight high. Well, NASDAQ just sitting on volume point of control here. Volume totally fell off. Below average. One hour in. Let's see if we get another setup to work with. Wouldn't mind another setup. So far, our price has broken prior highs, retested prior highs, held. Do, do, do. Hmm. Volume has totally died. Getting a little choppy here. Haven't seen you pull up golf in a while. Yeah, it's been a while. Let's see. Friday, anything on deck? No. No data, no real high impact data tomorrow. Next week, FOMC minutes. That's it. MCS on Friday. Yeah, it is feeling like summer trading right here. Slow summer trading. What's the old saying? Sell in May and go away, I believe. Something like that. May call it a little early if this volume stays below average. This week, I'm just happy to have a setup every day. Last week took one trade for the whole week on the farm. This week we actually found, or we were actually presented, it's not really about finding. We're actually presented with a setup every day. So happy about that. Although they have been fairly uneventful, like 20-point scalps. Josh, this will be your first summer trading. It's usually pretty slow. Typically is pretty slow. Summer periods. NASDAQ back into value area high, 29,650. Meanwhile, ES, that's pretty clean setup in ES. Retest of the overnight high. See how the signal looks. No real volume on it, but that's to the tick. Retest of the overnight high. Right there. There's your overnight high. Fresh highs, pull back, hold the overnight high. Find your entry through there, target the highs. Yep. Very nice. And then the GC had the spring this morning, so someone was asking earlier about the spring. This right here is like chef's kiss, perfection. 3x RVOL, oh man, a real thing of beauty. The spring. Okay, NASDAQ is getting back into the highs. So let's see how price responds to. Let's see how price responds to overnight high. Why'd I just lose some data, trading view? Can I refresh? Save and reload. Ah, no. Did not bring my data back. So sometimes you switch charts on trading view and then you come back and you just have gaps in the chart. That's nice. Yeah. Pay like $800 a year for this thing and that's fine. Whatever. Whatever. I don't need it anyway. So now I want to see the reaction to overnight high here and for another trade opportunity like we just looked at an ES, the break and retest, BAR, break, retest, something like that. It's been a lot of that's been a lot of what we're seeing lately. Break pure momentum entries. Is that a fresh high? Yeah, fresh high. New high of day. A little uptick in volume. ES. Just flying. Do, 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 do. 29,680. Come on, Nasdaq. Let's see it. Break the highs. Back into the 670s, 29,670. Everyone will just have to trade the micros. Yeah, we need what we need is a nano contract. We need the CME to create a nano contract. The nanos, yes. I don't know why they haven't yet. Seems like easy. Oh, they're focused on the stock futures. Stock futures coming this summer. Yeah, that'll be nice. That'll be nice. Maybe that'll bring some excitement this summer. Stock futures. Should be good. Alex, dude, you were right. ETF just emailed me about my account being moved to live. Yeah, man. Sorry to hear that. Do you ever trade the 60-minute initial balance high and low the first hour of RTH range? Not specifically. Are you saying like, do I use those levels? Not really. So NASDAQ looking above overnight high. That's technically a fresh all-time high right now. Alex just passed 150K TS. Is that top step? Nice work. Yeah, top step, you can't go wrong. Top step, you can't go wrong. Yeah, top step. Yeah, you're in good hands there. You're in good hands there. Top step, in my opinion, still the GOAT. Still the GOAT. Break and retest of initial balance high, reclaim of initial balance low. Yeah, I'm familiar with what you're saying there, but it's not something that I personally trade. There's a lot of strategies that work. There's a lot of strategies that have edge. There's a lot of strategies that make money. So it's not necessarily like one strategy is better than another in trading, right? It is strategies that make sense to you and that you can actually follow. That's all it comes down to. Because you could have the exact blueprint to make money in the market, but having the blueprint is not enough. You have to follow it. You have to follow it. You have to follow it. And that's the hard part. That is the hard part. It's like everyone on earth knows diet and exercise is how you stay fit, right? Everyone knows that. So it's not a knowledge deficiency because clearly, I don't know where you live, but where I live, people do not apply that knowledge. So remember, it's typically not knowledge. It's typically like if you have been in the market for a few years, probably have no knowledge deficiency. It's just a matter of application. Can you actually apply it? Muggsy, all their outages have you nervous? I think it's been a while since I've had an outage. But yeah, I mean, outages suck. Outages totally suck. But all platforms go down at some point. So, and I mean, I wasn't impacted by it, but I think they handled it pretty well from what I saw. Have you experimented with using order flow? I've not. I've not. I've looked into it very, very lightly. But I do not need more tools. I have no desire for more information. I have enough information. I have no like kind of like what I was just saying. I have no information deficiency. I'm not saying there's not something out there that would improve my edge. Definitely not saying that. There's probably something out there that would help my edge, but anytime you bring something new on board, there's going to be almost like a pullback period in your own performance because you have to learn the entire new thing. Anytime you change something, you have to incur the cost of that change. And sometimes the cost of that change is not worth the additional upside. And so at the stage where I'm currently at, I have to be careful with like signal versus noise. So NASDAQ, we're looking at overnight high here. Fresh highs are being made. Fresh highs, fresh highs. Good volume coming in right now. There's a 730s. Dave Long from 600. Nice. Well done. Well done. Well done. Need 80 to pass, trying to be patient. Yeah, don't force it. That's a dangerous spot. Careful. Just be careful. So NASDAQ coming back in overnight high. I'd like to see some volume come in, ideally. And I'm really watching this zone here from the value area high. I doubt this is even the shallow fib. Yeah, the shallow fib is still lower. Mm. Ah, there we go. Got the fill. Let's see if the continuation wants to pan out. Typically, I like a little more extension above, but with the way this market's been, that has just not been the case. Mhm, mhm, mhm. No follow through so far. Stop is there beneath the invalidation point. And the fresh 30-minute bar opens in 3 minutes. Meanwhile, ES consolidating near 75.20. YM bouncing. What else do we have here? Oh, Russell. Session highs there for RTY. We were talking about some gold earlier. Gold pulling back a little bit. We had one little uptick in volume back below average. Price struggling with the 700 now. And here's the stop. The overnight high fails to hold. There it is. Stopped out, 1 for 2. On the day, we did the prior day high long and the overnight high long. That might be it for me. We'll see. I'll give it a little bit longer here. All right, Mike. Take care. And here's the fresh 30-minute bar. So I'm still watching this area as a retest. Into prior structure high, value area high, and I would like action above overnight high if I were to engage again. Mhm. It's a little better. Back in overnight high. Nice. 705s. May have been a shakeout that first trade or first attempt at overnight high is a shakeout. Shake and bake them. 706, 707. Mm-hmm. Andre, switch over to a burner. Nice. Good risk segmentation there. Love to see it. Yeah, I'm watching this action right near the overnight high. Do, 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 do. All right, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Crypticon APT hit TP1 and TP2. Nice. Nice. No trades in NQ. Look at that YM though. All right, second attempt here at overnight high. Volumes a little sporadic, but we've got some color there. $705 is lava. Let's get that first peel. What? What? I saw a 705 trade. What? Give me that fill. Man, trade day robbing me here. There we go. First peel. Second peel there about halfway. But really, we just want to target the highs. Don't you dare, NASDAQ. There we go. Second peel's off. And let's see those highs trade. Take you out of here. All right, man. See you tomorrow for beautiful Sushi Friday. A little push above 720. I'll start to protect this. So my first stop was indeed a little shakeout by my definition anyway. A little consolidation on the 715s. Dave, you out of here? All right, man. See you tomorrow, sir. Burnout TV. How much would I start with in a live account for discretionary trading? I would honestly start with a prop firm. Yeah, like if you're just starting out learning how to trade, start with a prop firm. Okay, we're protected here. Let's see if the highs get taken. Should I go one tick before the highs or just leave it? I'll just leave it. Like Top Step, yeah. Yeah. And the logic there is when you're learning, the reality is you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose a lot. You're gonna lose money. And so there's no point to lose real cash if you can get some solid practice for a lower cost entry. But take it seriously. Take it seriously. Treat it like it is a cash account. Don't gamble it. Don't full port it. Treat it like it is real money. Andres, until you prove profitability, trading is like a losing business. Don't lose your own money if it can be avoided. Yeah, I would agree with that. All right, did not get that true test of the highs. Let's see if it happens right here. Break the highs. Come on. Break those highs. Let's go for a 30K. TPT has 50% off right now, plus no activation fees. Yeah, that's a really good deal for TPT. ES still just at the highs. 75.22. Mm-hmm. That's where we're at on the day. Small scalp. The prior day high. Stopped out. First test of overnight high. The second test of overnight high. Guaranteed dub. Looking for the runner though. Really need those runners. We don't I never get into a trade for a scalp. Never ever. Sometimes a trade ends up being a scalp. It's based on my trade management system, but I never get into a trade with the intent to scalp. Come on. Come on. You're basically there. Give those highs a kiss. Give them a little kiss. Come on. What was that? 2 ticks? There we go. Fresh highs on the day. And let's get a nice runner. Fresh legs. Marathon pace. And we're going the distance here. 30K. Raise the trail with the structure. Bummer about that first shakeout. Especially considering I hate to see this because 4 extra points of risk would have kept me in the trade. That's why I always give my structure-based stops a little bit of buffer. Little bit of buffer there. You had seen the zone I highlighted here on the chart, the analysis chart. I just kind of looked beneath, went to that next fib. Whatever. It is what it is. It's part of the business. PJ says 1 gazillion yoints. Let's do it, man. I mean, this is pure price discovery, so I'll just let the structure build. Let it build. So if we get fresh highs here, I'll lift it to just beneath this little foothold. Let's get above 750 and I'll lift it here to about 732. There we go. Nice push. I'll tell you what, if this can get to 800, I'll just take it off. We'll go for the 00. Josh, invalidation point, I had it beneath this structure down here. I think I had it beneath this structure down here. Pretty sure. Shit, I don't even remember now. Pretty sure it was beneath the 60. You could rewind the stream and my stop will be there. Oh, for the shakeout? For the shakeout, I gave it just beneath The 680s or 675, sorry. Figured that would be plenty of room. Sometimes those quarter marks, like the 25 to 50 to 70 gets respected in NASDAQ. So I thought that'd be fine. All right, fresh highs, and I'll lift again to about 742. Come on, push. Get out there and push. There we go. Are we going to see the PJ? Are we going to see the double zero? Does this runner actually have fresh legs? Wow. Oh, you got trail already? What the? What the? Go for the quad zero. Oh, Crypticon, what was the new prop you mentioned earlier? Funded seat. They look good. Their offering looks really nice, but we'll see. We'll see how the. I never really consider a prop valid until I see like what their payout process is like. If it's quick, easy, smooth, boom, I'll consider them legit. If it is like pulling teeth, jumping through hoops, making you wait, all this nonsense, I'm like, nah, not worth my time. All right, we're gonna get trailed here most likely. 742.5 is the trail. There's the trail. Not bad, not great. We're just small green on. Actually, a lot of my farm is actually small red, just based on the slippage. Wow. So that just goes to show sometimes, actually, a lot of times, less is more. Less is more. 3 trades, 1 full stop. And from a P&L perspective, my equity curve was better after just the first trade. There you have it. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, most of these are just down like $10. Okay. Yeah, a little slippage in the farm there. The farm ski. Yeah, funded seat. My first kind of uh test of rhythmic connections in the farm. They don't have trade of 8. So I'm testing out some rhythmic connections in the farm. So far it's been fine. Haven't seen any issue there. NASDAQ 755. Do we call it 2 hours in? Shallow fib. Oh, nice. Yeah, so basically a flat day for me. Flat day. I'm happy to have 3 opportunities today. That I am thankful for, especially at all-time highs. So, trying to add rocket fuel with the sacrifice? Yeah, I think so, man. I don't think I'm gonna get another entry here. Volume's decent. I mean, it's kind of spotty, but it's decent. There's 7. Oh, no new high yet. Not quite. There it is. New high. Darn. Just barely taken out right there. That's trading. C'est la vie. All right, I'll call it right there. Hope you guys had a solid morning. Basically, flat day for me. We're small green on some accounts and small red on others, just based on uh, what I would imagine is slippage using a trade copier. So we did the prior day high long for a scalp. We did the overnight high long for a stop, and then price. The thesis remained valid. Like, when assessing whether to re-enter, does the thesis remain valid, and then do you have another entry that presents itself? And in this case, yeah, we did. Got back in there. I'll call right there. We'll be live tomorrow. Today we do have the trading mentorship group coaching call in the Traders Think Tank. That is after the close today. So if you're in the Traders Think Tank, join us in the live session. Ask some questions, bring some questions if you got them. Otherwise, I'll see the rest of y'all tomorrow morning. Have a great rest of your day, and thanks for your time.